SAR-SI is an instructional material in a form of game to enhance the student's skills in spatial reasoning using higher skill of thinking. It is composed of 38 volumes that are arranged from easy to difficult, where the player or student selects his option. Spatial intelligence is one of the identified multiple intelligences in humans, as posited by Howard Gardner, a Harvard professor. It deals with analysis of relations of objects in a given space and thus involves visualizing with the mind's eye. One who has spatial intelligence has the ability to solve problems involving navigation, changing positions of objects in space, recognizing faces and scenes, or noticing very fine details. The game uses a cube, which is a special case of a rectangular solid that comes with 6 faces, 8 corners, and 12 sides when closed. It makes 11 different cut patterns by cutting 7 sides when open without separating. Small letters are used for marking sides, while capital letters are used for marking angles based from geometry. Each of the 11 cut patterns has 6 squares to contain 4 different checkmark positions per square, 19 line segments per checkmark position, or 14 nodes or angles per checkmark position, 8 back-to-back rotations, and 2 viewing sides, the outside and the inside views, which are symmetrical, and 2 levels to come up with 118,272 possible combinations for angles and 166,512 possible combinations for lines. The novice takes only the basic rotation and the opposite. The master takes the first 4 rotations and their opposites, while the expert takes all the 8 rotations and their opposites. This makes more than 100,000 random combinations per pattern. Each volume has a simple phrase or statement to make the player associate the game with his career or development. The questions are arranged by levels of difficulty determined by the square distance. The number in the data is the number of difficulty indicators. For example, a problem in the first pattern and novice 1 means there is 1 problem within 1 squared difficulty for item number 1. Another problem in first pattern and novice 2 should have 3 questions with 2 square distance from the check indicator, and so on and so forth. There are 20 questions per set for 4 random patterns, which means 5 questions per pattern, or 5 random patterns, which means 4 questions per pattern. The comment section is where the user or player writes his or her observations, analysis, conclusions, or recommendations.